So, I don't know, I'm going to start this now. I didn't even thought about it, kind of wing this stuff. Okay, yeah, no, it's cheesy, I don't want to say it. Okay, so, hey guys, I thought, it's been a while since I loaded up another video. I mean, like, it's been like, what, I think 6 months, and I realised I've not actually done anything really Yu-Gi related. So I thought, I thought I'll start off with something really, interesting topic. I got some of the guys, who play, here regularly. Due to a technicality, I would, do a quick introduction, but I actually can't see the camera properly. It's a long story.
We'll introduce ourselves.
Okay, fine. Anyway, so I want to talk about there's a big controversy at the moment called there's a power creep at the moment in Yu-Gi-Oh, where every set seems to always outdo the last set, and will it stop people buying the packs or whatnot, and that kind of stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'll give it a second. Okay, so it's recording. You can kind of see what I'm thinking on. So
well, I can kind of guess that I'm in the picture because it's pointing right at me.
That's fine then. Okay then. Okay, guys. Okay, this is well, you can choose yourselves, guys.
I'm Perry, and this
I'm
guy's
Kyle. No, Scroll. No.
Okay, so as I said earlier, I want to talk about the power creep in Yu-Gi-Oh, and what you two think about it at the moment.
I don't like it. Well, I guess Konami needs to do it because they want to make money.
Yeah,
and the only problem
that's how they're going to make money anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, no, you want to talk, you talk.
No, I'm just elaborating.
So which I find, after discussing, because I never really probably understood the term power creep because I've never really paid too much attention to it because I've always mainly just been focused on what I'm playing and all the other decks out there. But from what I've noticed, power creep started when Duelist Alliance came out because obviously before then there was Dolces, Giga, Hat, Lightsworn, all good in a format. Then all of a sudden, Duelist Alliance comes out. I mean, I guess you could even say Bujins were alright, but Duelist Alliance came out. Then you had Burning Abyss. Then you had Shadows.
You had the triple threat.
Yeah, because Klees weren't out. But
No, it's Eternals.
oh yeah, Satellites as well. Yeah, so when I was playing with Dolces at the time, and all of a sudden Shadows came out. And I was just like, this deck completely counters my deck. But obviously, with the power creep as well, it can also make you a better player because you just work your deck around it. I mean, that's what I've been doing this whole time with my Dolces. It's what I've been doing with my Burning Abyss. I mean, I worked my deck to sort of beat Shadows when Shadows were quite heavy. I never really was too focused about the flip-flop matchup because it's easy as fuck.
I'll send to that later. Don't worry.
But then.
I think it makes like rogue players better. I think it would make rogue players better because they have to make their deck specifically to go against the power creep that's coming out. So I think rogue players will get a lot better and more competitive as well.
I mean, to be fair, you do see a lot of rogue decks recently. I mean, I've seen a couple of Infernoid players, and Infernoids aren't getting good support until a good while away.
Yeah.
So it's fun to see them. I'm not really sure. I don't really know what else I've been seeing because in my events, all I've been seeing is Klees and Satellas, the odd Lightsworn player I see, but apart from that, but it's just power creep is obviously. Because I may as well just get the definition. It's pretty much when a new set comes out and the new set pretty much wrecks the old set.
Takes over.
Yeah, it takes over
the game. Yeah.
It's like because when it was like Burning Abyss and Shadows, then Klees came out, so then it was a triple threat. And now we got Necros, your Senjus, Spirit Beasts, and everyone keeps using them. The problem with Spirit Beasts and your Senjus, which I don't like, is the fact that the decks which can make stuff like D-Vision macro. And when you're running Burning Abyss, it hurts. It really hurts.
So, I mean, for myself, I mean, you guys know, I mean, I don't really play Yu-Gi-Oh much, but I do enjoy the odd game here and there. I've stopped playing around the wind-ups time, because, it was really bandlist that was stopping me from playing, really, all the time. And then they brought Duelist Alliance, and I was like, oh, okay, this looks cool. Shadows, oh, this is a great way to get back into the game. Okay, sure, bang, and then, what's this Burning Abyss TCG exclusive thing that's coming out? Why is this so much better than the Shadows I picked up? And it's like, oh wait, actually, it's not that bad. And then obviously, it's fine. Then new challenges come out. and then cool thoughts, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, sorry, why did I pick this game up again, basically? I mean, I still love the deck, but it's like, I think I've gone through like 7 variants of Shadows now, just to keep up. Yeah.
I feel if you're going to play Yu-Gi-Oh,
Yeah.
you have to be the most tolerant kind of person at the moment. I'm not a very tolerant person, but I like Yu-Gi-Oh so much to a degree that I will just deal with the power creep. I mean, I don't buy packs. I'm not interested in any new deck which has come out because it's not my play style.
I just like doing research on it to see how good it is. Just to make my deck decent enough to go against it.
Okay, saying that then, obviously in your case now, you say you don't buy packs, but obviously now that the Burning Abyss seems to be, I don't know how well they are holding up at the moment. I mean, they're like them.
They're doing better than Shadows.
Oh, ow! But obviously there's going to be a point where the power creep is going to be so great though, the way this is growing, that the Burning Abyss is going to fade into obscurity. Will that force you to consider a new one, or you're just going to try and work with what you got? Because surely this is no different to what it was in the past, where again, like, I mean, okay, Expar, Hamish, and the Lightswarm scenario. I mean, that's a different story altogether. But like, you know, older archetypes won't hold up. Like, I mean, like right now, you know, Windows was a thing, and then Event Power Creep, Bandless, and now they can't hold a candle to what's out there at the moment anymore now. So
It's like even if you were to bring them back and them in their glory days, they wouldn't even be able to stand up to them nowadays.
yeah.
Most of the decks now would just, as much as most of the stuff has been hit by them, they could bring all that stuff back and still not stand a chance against most of the stuff.
The only deck I'd say which could do that would be Full Power Dragon Lord.
Yeah, but that's been broken.
That's a different story altogether. Yeah, even I know about that one. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
With what you said about Burning, it was like, obviously I do know that Burning Abyss are going to get hit. I do know the deck will die. It's not going to stop me from running it, but as a competitive player, I will make a new deck just to stay in the competitive game.
Yeah, I mean, like, cause I remember when you first joined joined Midco here, and you were originally Dark Wars, weren't you? But then there's another example. I'm saying that because obviously Power Creep will always, you know, force us to buy new cards. Fair enough, but there's a degree of how much will Power Creep, you know, cause you to do it. I mean, I know you had Dark Wars for like 2 years before you moved on, and now it's like Burning Abyss 6 months in, and you're already thinking about like, well, I know you're not thinking about like dropping it, but you're already like thinking about what other things to do, aren't you?
Well, I've even said that I'm thinking about quitting the game competitively.
Yeah.
Only because I can't keep up with Necros, I can't keep up with the Senjus. The only deck I can keep up against is the Mirror Match, Rogue, and Please. Lucky for me though, in all my events I've been to, I've not faced your Zenju, I've not faced the Necros. I've only been against. Sorry. I've only been against Please and Satellas in a couple of Rogue matches. So I consider myself lucky on that part, but the Power Creep is, you just gotta be tolerant about it. I mean, it never really happened before because obviously before we had 6-month formats, and with 6-month formats it's kind of determined that someone's going to die. But at this moment in time I'm unsure. I don't know if Burning Abyss is going to get hit, if Shadows are going to get hit, if Please are going to get hit. Obviously Necros are not going to get hit at the moment, but I do feel that in some point soon they could get hit only because they're not getting that much more support. And Konami's not going to necessarily make enough money off it.
They don't keep decks that, like, when they don't bring out more support for them, they seem to like hit the decks that are still doing good. If they're not getting any support.
I mean,
Cliff Force, they're not getting any support now, so they'll probably get, I think they'll get hit soon, relatively soon anyway.
I also Burning Abyss keep getting support. I want that deck to be alive.
Yeah, you got to make the investment count. I mean, in the end of the day, a lot of people have to think, well, in my opinion anyway, you think decks are like an investment in a sense. You spend so much money and then you have as much fun as possible with that deck. Yeah, you have to buy add-ons once in a while, but as soon as that deck becomes invalid, all that money spent in that deck goes out the window. And obviously, go ahead.
I was just to say, that's why I was a rogue player for a very long time.
Yeah.
But I didn't even touch tier 1 until Burning Abyss got their new support. Because when Burning Abyss first came out, I was playing with Dolces and I thought, it's not that good. And the only thing which made it good was its trap count. I was gaining a lot of anti-trap stuff and I never had a problem playing against Burning Abyss. The hardest matchup for me in that format was like a YCS and at my regionals was just Shadows. And in most of my matches, I actually beat Shadol players. I actually only lost to a Shadol player once at YCS, and I played 2. So.
I mean, okay, so obviously, I mean, we already know from your point of view that you're not really interested in carrying on like playing competitive or buying packs or whatever. But yourself though, Kyle, are you different in this?
I mean, I pretty much make every deck that comes out.
You copy my deck for a boss.
No, I don't copy that. I just make every deck coming out. I make every deck coming out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'd invest in Necros. That deck's.
I don't have.
Is it because it's too expensive to get it because of the hype and all that, or is it just because you don't feel like? Yeah.
One is the fact that it's too expensive. And again, I have spent a lot of money on other decks, so I can't really use that as an excuse anyway.
The only reason I'm not investing in it is. Sorry, did I interrupt you? Continue.
But with the other decks that came out in like Duelist Alliance and stuff, I like them decks, so I've decided to build all 3 of them, even though I've not completed Saturnus yet.
But I can't remember what I was going to say now. Oh, you're an what were we talking about? And what was I?
We were talking about like buying, getting deep, investing still into like
Still in Necros.
Oh yeah.
and other things like that.
The reason I'm not investing in Necros is 1, Briars are overpriced as anything. 2, it's not my playstyle, and the thing with me is when I make a deck, I make it really weirdly. I don't make it because I think it's good. Well, I know it's good. I make it because I like the artwork, I like the playstyle, and that's about it.
I mean, like you were saying earlier before we filmed, like how you have your building biz has some different main deck cards that other people or sideboard cards that a lot of people would question. So yeah,
well, I've had a lot of people question some things, but it's like a lot of the time it's just through playtesting. Playtest with all these different things, and I'm constantly playtesting. And a lot of people will criticise me, like when I'm playing on Dev Pro, because at one point I was in the top 15 of Dev Pro on ranked, and a lot of people were just criticising my Burning Abyss deck. They were just like, oh, why are you running this? Why are you running this? It's like, I'm in the top 15, aren't I? It's like, and
it's working for you.
Yeah, it's just playtesting, but I mean, Power Creep, it's inevitable it's going to happen. A lot of people are going to hate on it, try and find the right word for it.
2 sides of it.
do you think that the ban list will put, have like more of a deeper impact though now if these power creeps?
Yeah, I think it will.
Because like for example, obviously it used to be a day where we'll go back to when I played Wind-Ups, right? Okay, we had Wind-Ups, we had which one is it? Which one's the carrier? Zen
Mighty.
Zen Mighty. Yeah. Obviously, that thing was ridiculous combo play, blah blah. But that lasted like 6 months before even considered restricting it to 1.
Yeah, but that was because it was just 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. But this is what I'm getting on about. So obviously now we're in a 3-month period. Is it 3 months?
Yeah, it's 3 months.
3 months, right? So do you think things like, obviously, Shadol's obviously fade into obscurity, unfortunately.
I like Shadol's.
Obviously I pick up Shadol's. But so obviously they're not going to get hit. But things like, in your case, in your worst case scenario, obviously, I'm assuming Burning Abyss still holds up to a degree.
Yeah.
I mean, would they? Do you think that will get hit at some point? In all honest truth, though.
Yeah, definitely, it's going to get hit. A lot of people are speculating that Tour Guide's going to get put to 1, but it may be just because I'm a Burning Abyss player and I'm biased as anything, and I don't want it to go to 1. But I feel that if you're going to hit anything in the Burning Abyss deck, it either needs to be Seer or Scum. I don't see it should be Tour Guide as much as Tour Guide. With Tour Guide, it's like you can top deck it and you can get game. And that's something I've noticed with it. Obviously, you can just do that because it's just a free content.
Yeah.
But if they take away the Tour Guide, then they take away all of its aggression, all of its strength, and then the deck will just die out and no one's going to play it. But apparently there is rumoured to be more support for Burning Abyss.
Okay.
Apparently they're supposed to get fusion.
Yeah, this is what's getting across about, right? The reason why, the reason why we all know the ban list exists is to force people to buy the new stuff anyway. But obviously with the Power Creep combined with that, though, I'm just saying
I think that makes the decks that get hit even like
fade past into obscurity faster. Yeah.
More crap.
Yeah.
In a word.
More
crap.
Something I've noticed with ban lists recently is they're bringing a lot more ban cards back. And they're now reprinting Crush Card Virus in the new set of the Gold Series because it's getting errata. So it's going to be worded differently. It's still an okay effect, but it's going to work in Burning Abyss.
That would make Burning Abyss better.
They'll make it better, but it will probably only go back to 1. But I think, if anything, what they need to do is they need to bring Heavy Storm back. Purely because I'm sick of people being able to set 5 and be like, oh yeah.
To be fair, they couldn't have Storm back because
Danko.
that will push Necros, because obviously Necros lose to back row. So if they bring Heavy Storm back, it pushes Necros a bit more.
Yeah, so like I said, so obviously, combination of the power creep and the ban list combined, do you think this is like, just some poor marketing choice to force people to buy more packs? Or is it, I mean,
It's got to be.
Yeah, is there you guys got any other things view of it? Do you really think it is just because of Konami? Okay, don't take us down, Konami, but but
I actually don't have as much as a problem as most people do with it. The only thing I have a problem with it is just the fact that all the new sets are killing me off.
like a lot much faster than it used to anyway.
Yeah, a lot faster than it used to be, but it has to be like that because it's a 3-month format, so that's kind of the justification for it. So they're subtly hitting cards, getting rid of certain things like Super Poly,
Yeah, oh man, I was so gutted about that.
They didn't need to hit Super Poly.
Yes, they did.
Another debate for another time, people. So okay, well, I think we spent enough time. I think we have we spun off a little bit and repeated probably a few times now.
Yeah.
So any final thoughts about this whole power creep then before we call it there? Other than it sucks.
I don't think it sucks. But it's just the fact, like what Perry said, is just killing all the older decks. So you invest into the older decks.
I invested loads of money.
Yeah, I mean, I've got pretty much like at least 30 decks of like all the old road decks and stuff.
Yeah.
You buy like all them, and then they'd come irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't use half my decks because if I come here, most people are using like tier 1 decks. And if I'm using a road deck, I'm just gonna lose all the time. I can't have fun anymore.
you're a bit late, aren't you?
Yeah, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
That's about shore prints. That's what's hurting Yu-Gi-Oh more than Power Creep.
Oh yeah, that's something missed out on,
Because
isn't it?
Okay.
Necros, all the money is from the shore print in the set.
I mean, but again, but again, this is back to the kind of what we were saying earlier. How isn't it really more of a case of just kind of being a bit on the money grabby side by making the power creep cards short print as well? It just means that it's like
Makes it more expensive.
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a business.
Yeah, it's their business practice, and it's
I mean, my opinions on the power group, if I'm to really finalise when you see a 3-month format, you've got to expect that the formats are going to be a lot shorter. Then you've got to expect that there's obviously going to be a power group. It's really down to you whether you want to be a part of a game like that or not.
Yeah,
But if you are a part of that game,
you have to accept it.
You have to accept it. You have to be tolerant, and you got to deal with it. I mean, it's like I can hate on so many decks. At the end of the day, it's not going to change anything because they're still going to be there until they get hit by the ban list. So as a competitive player, you just spat everywhere. Then you just deal with it. I mean, that's what I've done. I mean, I've come 12th twice with the Dolces. I got in the top 200.
And that was
YCS.
when Duelist Alliance was out. So
Yeah, it was when Duelist Alliance was out. I just put my head down and I thought, right, I've got to actually think about this. But just to be fair, if I'm honest, in my opinion, the power creep makes you a lot smarter. Because you have to really think. You have to change your deck on a regular basis in order to fit a format. So it requires you to really think.
that comes back to the same thing like me, because obviously you was a rogue player before even Duelist Alliance came out.
Yeah.
That made you a better rogue player.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Because
like
that's how you managed to come 12.
But if I'm honest,
regionals.
before Duelist Alliance came out, I would never have main decked anything I main decked in my Dolce deck at the YCS or the regionals. But I'm glad I did main deck those because that's why I did so well. Sadly though, I kept losing to tiebreakers and stuff like that. So.
Okay, so I'll sum this up then. So from what I've heard, so we all agree that financially this power creep is ridiculous. On a financial level.
On a financial level, it makes you. like Carl said, you invest so much in a deck, and at the moment I feel that's why I'm hesitant to make any new deck which has come out, because I feel if I invest in that deck, what's to say that that deck's not going to get hit? What's to say a new set is going to come out and just thrash that deck? Which is why I'm waiting for the next set for something better to come out.
So I mean, like back to myself quickly. Obviously, I had wind-ups, and that was a good year. But I have Shadows, that didn't even last a month. No, so that's really hurtful on my point. But obviously, from the competitive and the player side, though, you guys can see this as a great opportunity to learn as a player, though, and be good at the game. And admittingly, yes, if you are going to be this person, you have to be respectful and tolerant of it.
Yeah.
But except for that, though,
Play Magic the Gathering.
Don't say that, we're doing a Yu-Gi-Oh video!
Play Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, you better leave. Doing a Yu-Gi-Oh video, shush. But anyway,
okay then.
I was actually going to say something else.
Again.
I was just going to say, I mean, in my opinion, I wouldn't be as good as I am today if it was not for the power creep. If it weren't for the power creep, I wouldn't be as good as I am today, because like people, as I said, you can bitch and moan about it all you want, but it makes you a better player in my opinion.
That's two beeps, I have to put in now.
But it makes you a much better player, because you've got to change your main deck options just for formats, and you can say, but I don't want to have to main deck it. But if you want to play that deck, you've got to make your choice.
Yeah.
You either play your deck or you invest.
Or you're going to lose.
So I'm going to close on that, because there's not much else I can really say.
Okay then.
Heated a lot anyway.
Yeah, I've been saying it. So, I mean, I'm sure it's all good content. It's a little, a bit of nice banter in between anyway. So, okay. So, thanks a lot, guys, for your time. I think this was a really, shame it was only you two. Cough people.
No, it's alright. I mean, at the end of the day, if it was a bigger discussion, it might get a bit lost track.
Yeah, that's true. So, I'll end this like I always do on all videos.
Well, actually, I'll like to shout out my channel.
Okay, fine, I'll let you have this. Go for it, man. Go for it.
I can't remember what the name of it is.
I want to shout out to this guy, and I can't remember who the hell he is, but you know who you are. Yeah.
Exactly what he said. But I think my channel is Pez Barcode 18 or Barcode Pez. It's either one of them. Check it out.
Just put in this attended.
Just say Barcode Pez.
I mean, to be honest, the video will be up. You can share your link on your on the video when the time comes.
That'll do.
Comment, rate, and subscribe.
Comment, rate, subscribe. Oh God, don't.
Leave a like.
Like,
Don't do all that kind of stuff. Anyway, but I will end on always.
Keep that button like down here somewhere.
I will end on as always though. So please support your local gaming store, no matter where it is. You keep the shop going, which then means the shop will keep you guys going. It's a good system. Everyone wins this way. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys.
see you in a bit.